Some beer of the week.
Let's do some beer of the week. Here we go. Let's do it.
Here for now.
Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week on the Nielsen Show, only on EdmontonSportsTalk.com.
$8:43 on the Nielsen Show. Thank you very much for being here today. Joaquin Gage is in. Lieutenant Eric wins scalding hot takes and keeps the mitt. I thought that's the way he was going to go for sure. So we are going to get to Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week. Congratulations, LT. Quick thoughts on the win.
I want to thank the judging and actually Gager's daughter as well for making him late, which I guess maybe that factors into the decision.
Maybe it does factor into a little bit. Maybe it does. I could see that happening. All right, Trev, let's get Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week ready to roll. And this is always a fun. Man, I've been gone for so many Fridays, CFL and TSN. It is nice to be back in studio here to get some beverages in with the boys, especially on our 1-year anniversary, which is even more exciting. We will have a gift certificate available here for Sobeys and Safeway Liquor. All you have to do is text in Beer Me. Let's just get that going right now. Beer Me to 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. And let's bring in Ryan. Brought some merch in too from Best of Kin.
Caps
from Calgary. Here, we'll take this rating a little bit closer there too, man. How you doing?
Yeah, great. Thanks, guys.
How was the drive up?
Pretty good. Yeah.
Did you come up this morning or last night?
No, my in-laws live like 10 minutes away, so when I
perfect.
come up every couple of weeks for sales, and
nice.
So they put me up and feed me, and it's great. I get a night off from my 4-year-old.
You can't complain.
Yeah,
you can't complain.
There you go.
No, it's all right. Yeah. So tell us the story. Best of Kin. Let's just talk a little bit closer to the mic there. Just
absolutely. Yeah. So Best of Kin. Yeah, we're basically my brother and I started the business as a tribute to our father that we lost.
I was reading that. That's a great tribute.
And we were really just like focused. We just wanted to make the best damn beer that we could and share it with the ones we loved and our friends. So that was kind of how we got started. And then a couple years ago, we partnered with a good buddy of ours named Cole. He's was a chef for a long time, which was great. So we ended up opening a restaurant tap room 2 years ago. The brand kind of evolved where we're just really just trying to focus on like the social qualities of beer, right? Like just comfortable space.
A little yoga as well, I see.
Yeah, we do. Honestly,
yoga?
we do
Really?
we do everything, man. We've got like some yoga, we got live music, we got trivia nights.
It's like the fun zone, basically.
Drag shows, whatever. Yeah, so it's just like an accessible place for anyone to come and like enjoy a good time with their friends and family.
Did your dad like? Did he? Was he a big beer drinker? Is that the tribute or
like so? Yeah, for us it was just like growing up. Like happy hour was a big thing, right? Yeah. Like and so, yeah, we just beer was a time where we just like sat down after a long week or whatever, had a beer, relaxed.
I think it's an easy connection to a father, you know.
Yeah, it's just like for us, it's like going out for a beer is a good reason to hang out with your friends and family.
Yep.
And hanging out with your friends and family is a good reason to have a beer.
Yeah,
I mean,
and full food menu as well. Like, spare no expense on this too.
Yeah, absolutely. Like full food menu, everything's made in house. It's like nostalgic comfort foods and things like that.
I'm always curious when we chat with brewers. What were you doing before? Like, what did you give up to become a brewer? Like,
yeah. So my brother is the brewmaster. His name's Colin.
Okay.
And so we're actually both working corporate jobs for a long time. And just kind of after a while, you just sort of feel like a number, right? And we were actually homebrewing as like a hobby.
So he just took it to a new level.
Well, he took some chemistry and microbiology courses at U of C. And he started to do pretty well at those. And he said, hey, maybe I'll just try to get into brewmaster school. So he applied to Heriot Watt University in Scotland. So we ended up getting a master's of brewing, master's of food science in brewing and distilling
In Scotland.
in Scotland. Yeah. So the beer got better.
It's like coming to Canada to do a university course on hockey. You know what I mean?
It holds a little bit more cachet.
Yeah. So as he got more education, he was starting distance ed, he finished it off over there, and we all went over and had a good trip, and the beer just got better and better.
Yeah.
So that was when we were like, hey, you know what? Life's too short. Let's quit our corporate jobs and give it a go. And now we just.
I'm glad you're having success with it, man.
Work twice as much and pay ourselves nothing. So
Pretty much.
party on. Yeah.
Labor of love. Yeah.
But you're doing what you love. So that's nice. All right, what do we got today? Let's whip through a few of these.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
absolutely. So I think I'll start with Fire Bloom. So Fire Bloom is featured as the beer of the week at Sobeys Safeway. We actually just launched this beer to retail. It's a brand new listing. And so this beer has kind of a bit of a special story. So last year, in the wake of the 6,000 fires that kind of burnt across our nation, with some of the largest fires ever recorded in Canadian history in Alberta, we felt like we should try to do something. We know that brewing is a carbon-intensive kind of business, and so we wanted to do something that kind of gave back, right? So and also raise a bit of awareness about forest mismanagement and climate change and things like that. So. We created this beer. Initially, we wanted it to be ingredients from the burnt forest.
Okay.
Which was we realized, nobody really wants to drink a charred wood beer. So Colin came up with the ideas fireweed grows the year after a burn.
Yeah, this is a whole thing about going in there afterwards and collecting stuff. And
the fireweed is basically the first blossom, so it pollinates the forest for regrowth. So we're like, hey, maybe we could do a positive spin on it.
Really?
And think about it as regeneration and raising awareness in that way. So we sourced out fireweed honey out of a honey supplier in BC.
Really?
Which was a very, very niche product, very difficult to find historically, but because of all these fires, it is now becoming more abundant. So it's really a beer that shouldn't really exist because
you would hope that it wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah. So we didn't I guess the idea is we didn't really want to brew the beer, but we did because we felt like we should. And it shouldn't really exist because this fireweed honey.
I'm excited. I'm excited to try this, man.
It's actually and so it is. It turned out to be
lemonade out of lemons type of deal or whatever. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, and so our first partner was Pursuit Properties in the on-premise launch, and we partnered with a Alberta-based non-for-profit called Project Forest. So we're donating some funds to the University of Alberta Research Forest.
Oh, okay.
So they do research on biodiversity and climate change and drought tolerance and
awesome
all
cause,
that kind
man.
of stuff.
Yeah, that's terrific.
With Sobeys, through the promotion with the Beer of the Week, we are donating $6 a flat to the Jasper community.
Oh man, that's
fund.
awesome.
So,
yeah, it's $13.99 right now for the 4-pack. At Sobeys and Safeway Liquor.
That's right. Yeah. So Sobeys, they gave it a good price, and so we're really getting it out there. This is a really nice, approachable lager. You get a little bit of the sweetness with the fireweed honey, maybe.
Trev, he poured one for you here. Look at Trev, a sly dog coming over.
Yeah, here you go. I can't get out from behind here, so yeah.
All right, well, hey, let's go. Cheers to everybody who's been impacted by the fires and the battle back, obviously. Tough times.
So we're using all Canadian ingredients in this beer, all Alberta malt.
Oh, man, that's real
nice. The hops
nice.
are a proprietary strain out of BC called Sasquatch. The can art, this beautiful can art, was done by a Quebec fire artist. So he actually burned, his name is Steven Spazek. He uses a candle to burn. He calls it fumage.
No way.
It's pretty unique.
He's burning the artwork into a piece of paper, and then he peels it off and then illustrates it.
Man, how do you become so good at that, right? That's got to take a ton of time.
Yeah, so we've had we have some great partners with this one, and Tank Worldwide has also helped us out with the marketing and branding of this. So we're putting a lot behind it. And it's really exciting.
It's really good, man. Really
Thanks.
good. That's a real smooth beer. We got about 2.5 minutes. Let's try a couple more. Let's see
for
what else we got here. Yeah.
Dad Beer is our...
Is it just called Dad Beer?
Yes, so Dad Beer. We got, this is the one that we brewed as a tribute to our dad.
Okay.
So this is kind of our flagship beer.
Just Dad Beer right there.
This is his mini fridge.
This was the very first one you
Okay.
did?
Yeah, so this is, this is kind of this has probably got the best brand recognition.
Okay.
Dad Beer, it's a straight up German ale, super traditional, very approachable. This is the kind of beer he liked to drink.
Okay.
So we kind of brewed that in his memory. And it's very similar to a lager.
Great mini fridge on there, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little bit malty. Yeah. So this one's got a little bit. We usually do some donations with this one in November. That was the month that my dad passed, and we've been donating some proceeds to Wellspring Canada. So they're a non-for-profit based out of Alberta that it's a cancer support group. So
Well, yeah, cheers to your dad,
Yeah,
man.
cheers to your pops.
thank you.
to that, yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, Chuck.
Wow,
Yep.
time really
that's good.
goes fast when you're on the air. Hey.
I know, it's crazy, right? Like,
Fast, yeah.
I want
especially
to
when
do
you're
one
drinking,
more because we got to do a cheers to our 1 year anniversary
All right.
today. So pick one more of these beauties. How many beers you guys have? How many beers are you rolling now?
We usually roll with 5 to 6
Okay.
at any time.
And you move
that's
some-
including
move a couple out,
Yeah,
move a
we've
couple
got,
in.
this is another one of our kind of core brands here, or Big Hat, so it's a hazy IPA.
Okay.
I mean, it's like there's all kinds of these different ones, but they're like juicy, citrus forward. Kind
Yeah.
Of thing. So yeah.
All right, cool. Let's do this one too.
This Nitro Coffee Kelp Stout is really catching my eye.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
have to
a
pop
nice,
down for a
that's
visit.
a nice fall seasonal as well. That's a nice like fall beer, winter beer.
Trev is so excited to get these beers today.
Yeah, no
He's
worries.
loving it. We're 28 likes away from 400. So if you're watching on YouTube right now, let's smash through 400 today. Hammer the thumbs up. That would be great
For
for
Best
our
of Kin. For Best of Kin.
Yeah, anniversary show.
Well,
Right?
thanks for having us, guys.
Yeah, no, thanks for being here on our 1 year anniversary show. This
is great.
Make sure, did
Yeah.
you get a cupcake?
I will.
we'll get you.
Grab
We'll
a
get you
cupcake
going on the way out
Thanks
there,
a lot for
yeah.
coming in,
Cheers,
Ryan.
guys, yeah.
Beer, hit us up. Beer me at 780-218. Trev, grab a winner, and we'll do that.
This was
And
the
you guys
Summer
make
Crush.
some. You guys make some good
This one
beer.
is the Big Hat Hazy IPA.
Big Hat.
Yeah, that's right. Summer Crush is
6.5.
6.5, right?
Love it.
Yeah.
Goes down smooth.
That one was
Perfect,
just
man.
packaged like 2 days ago. So
Really?
it's super fresh.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. Thanks a lot for coming in, Ryan.
Yeah, can I
well,
leave
let's just
some of
slide
these?
out and then we'll wrap the show. Yeah. We get that beer fridge in the corner, man. You stock it up. Who was Reed Wilkins the other day? Reed Wilkins, our new guy. He comes over. He goes, "How have you guys got so much beer?" I said, "Well, we've got Beer of the Week partners who bring in beer and sometimes leave some behind. We got a great relationship with Alley Cat, and Cam and the crew over at Alley Cat will just drop off beer whenever we need it."
Yeah, maybe like
So
a take
that's
one,
why
leave
so
one
much.
policy if you want to, Reed,
So what was good was Reed goes, "So would it be okay if one day after the show I took one beer home with me?" It's like, yes, Reed, you can take a beer home with you.
Introduce him to Joaquin.
Yeah. Yeah. Gager usually has one or two
Taking
and then
flats.
takes 6. What a beauty.
Delicious.
These are excellent beers. What was the first one we had? That honey lager, the Fire Bloom?
Yeah.
This
Fireweed.
Fire Bloom beer is unbelievable. It's a honey lager, and I don't know how many honey lagers we've had, but I'm a big fan of the honey lager. That's
And
really
great
nice.
calendar and a great menu as well. Like more than a brewery.
You got
A
the
lot of these
address
are
on
just
there? You got
breweries
the
and
address
everything.
on the
Let's
website
just
there?
find it here.
Is
Let me
share that out.
dance
If you're
here.
down in Calgary, go check these guys out, man, because it's absolutely delicious. Real nice.
1059 14th Street Southwest. All the information at bestofkin.ca. Looks like a great place.